there is a concern regarding these self-learning modules. Ang ating pong unang makakapanayam is an Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction at the Deped. He holds a research PhD in education from the University of Newcastle in Australia. I think we've interviewed him before. Undersecretary Diosdado San Antonio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sir Cito. Good morning, Cito. Good morning to our viewers and listeners.
Okay, USec, I was just going through the notes, and it seems that there is a concern regarding these self-learning modules na baka kakapusin daw, parang hanggang 50% lang ang kayang pondohan at i-produce, and it will have to be shared or something. Kayo na nga po mag-explain kasi baka mali-mali yung nakuha ko information, mapagbintangan pa akong fake news.
Ito sa SLMs, kami po sa Deped, I think I've shared na I've been with Deped for 35 years. Nag-start ako as a teacher. We have, of course, been able to respond to challenges in different ways. Katulad din po dito sa COVID-19, yung SLM, totoo po that the funds will never be abundant. And habang po kami nag-uusap dito, we were exploring ways to make sure na ang bawat bata may learning resource. And we believe that if you do distance learning, ang talaga pong appropriate dyan, mga modules. Hindi pwedeng libro lang. Although, alam naman po natin na ang mga libro, pag dinagdagan mo ng mga activity sheets and learning plan, ay pwede rin gamitin. So ang sinasabi po natin, while we acknowledge that due to fund constraints, hindi namin mabibigay lahat, isang option po yung rotational use. And we understand that the concern may be na ang mga modules ang maging transmitter ng virus. Ang sinasabi po natin, and many of the schools have actually informed us, na ang gagawin nila ay i-disinfect ito using the UV lights. Bago ililipat sa isang bata. So ito po, ang mga decisions on ilang rotation, ako tingin ko po kasi maximum of 4 kasi you can make a child learn the subject for like to be covered in 1 month, in 1 week, pero reduce naman yung subject ng aaralin. Pero bibihira lang po yata yung up to the maximum na pwedeng gamitin ito. Ang marami pong naririnig namin, 1:2. Ibig sabihin, 4 na subject yung aaralin ng bata, pero 2 weeks naman yung aaralin niya dun sa subject na ito bago siya lilipat sa susunod na 4 subjects to be covered in that 2 weeks. So, ang magiging practice po ay sisiguruhin na fully sanitized siya. At maliban po dyan, we should also remember that it's not just the self-learning modules that we will use. We will still be taking advantage of the availability of TV and radio. And ang mga lessons po doon, parehas din ng lesson na nandyan sa self-learning modules. I-convert po yung mga modules natin into scripts na gagamitin sa radio and TV. At ang dagdag din po doon, pag TV and radio rin lang ang gagamitin sa mga areas na talagang hindi naabot ng SLMs, ay mga learning activity sheets and the learning plan. So Deped have already been alerted na these are the options that everybody can adapt. Hindi po tayo nagpe-prescribe ng uniform way to do it kasi naniniwala po si Secretary Liling na ang contextualization dapat yan sa pinakamababang antas ng ating bureaucracia kasi sila ang mas nakakaalam ng sarili nilang mga sitwasyon.
Ayoko naman pong panghimasukan yung trabaho nyo kasi kayo yung mga experts, ano. Pero ako po kasi nakakapagturo rin ako paminsan-minsan doon sa gawing Tagaytay, doon sa Development Academy of the Philippines. And ang ginagamit ko, actually hindi ako gumagamit ng mga sinasabing yung mga modules na yan eh. Kasi ang ginagawa ko, meron akong mga PowerPoint at bali, nagsasalita ako na tinuturuan ko. At ang mga tinuturuan ko, mga opisyal ng gobyerno, kuminsan mga 40, 50, ganun. Kuminsan 25, depende sa kung may pondo sila. But the point I'm making here is, because we are under a new situation, is it possible to just abandon these learning modules for the time being? Kumbaga, sabi mo nga, may script. O ano yung script? O ito yung PowerPoint. O sige, lalabas namin to sa TV. Parang itong interview ko kay USec, Diosdado ba? Okay, Diosdado. Paano ba palayo mo, Dodi?
Dads po, dads.
Dads, okay. O, ito, USec Dads, ito, may PowerPoint ako. Sige, ito yung tuturo ko. My point is, do we really need to have those learning modules? Or can we just simply, okay, this is too complicated, it's too expensive, let's do visual, video, virtual, etc.
Ang trust po natin, kasi alam naman po natin yung kulturang Pilipino, na-surprise nga po kami na kahit sa NCR, alam namin may access sila sa gadgets, so pwede nang kunin yung learning resource in digital formats kasi ito pong modules na to converted in different formats, pero ang preference pa rin po ng maraming pamilya ay yung printed. But for the first quarter, since nga po urgent ito at lahat, so ang ginawa po ng Deped NCR ay nag-reproduce talaga. But since the local governments are also providing gadgets to the learners, gradually po magmamigrate tayo when the area has sufficient gadgets sa digital version ng ating self-learning module. So module pa rin po siya, pero in digital format na pwede pong offline, ipapadala sa kanila in the form of mga flash drives or other ways. At doon na lang nila bubuksan yung aralin at manunood pa rin, pwedeng manood ng TV o makinig ng radyo to supplement what is being covered doon sa mga digital learning resource. So kasama po yan sa natin sa trust, but we still feel that we cannot just completely disregard the printing of the self-learning modules kasi po there are also families na wala talagang access sa mga ibang media for them to get hold of the learning resources.
Okay, hindi ko lang alam kung nagbago na yung konstitusyon ng Pilipinas, pero ang pagkakaalala ko, pagdating sa pondo, sa budgets and allocations, education is supposed to have the largest cut of the pie, number one. Number two, ang pagkakaintindi ko dyan sa Deped, dahil nakatuwang nyo naman ako, tumutulong din ako sa inyo, ka-partner ninyo yung mga local government. By coincidence, yesterday, I interviewed Mayor Vico Soto. It was a privilege to interview Soto because he was explaining how they allocated 1.3 billion pesos, part of which will cover all the tablets, the electronic tablets for their students. Now, my question is, if one mayor of a respectably large city can do it, why can't we do it nationwide and just channel? Kasi sabi ni Vico Soto, ginawa namin, kuyang, inalis na lang, tinapes-tapes na lang namin yung mga budget para do sa printing, sa eraser, pencil, lahat yung mga hindi naman talaga kailangan at binuhos na namin sa tablets. I'm sorry, I just need to ask what most people are probably wondering, dads. Ba't hindi na lang ganun? Bigyan na lang natin ng tablet lahat para hindi na tayo naghahanap ng storage ng mga libro, lockers, etc. Tapos bibili pa ng papel, lapis, etc.
Actually, that was also part of my proposals bilang po USec ng curriculum and instruction. But I was told yung parang financial requirement to do that nationwide for more than 20 million learners, hindi kayang ibigay ng biglaan. So I think ang roadmap naman po ng ating education technology unit ay towards eventually making sure that the learners would have access to gadgets, tablets, tablet PCs. Ongoing po yung distribution, but we cannot do that in such a big scale immediately. So kasama po yan sa mga parang nakikita kong post-COVID-19 scenario at masyadong mamodernize po ang pag-provide natin ng learning resources sa ating mga estudyante. And we really agree that the progressive-minded local government officials are able to do it na, especially those with parang with more resources.
Congratulations na may mga tiga-Deped katulad mo at saka katulad ni Secretary Briones na naiisip itong, ang tawag niyo dyan, meron kayong program, yung future something.
Future thinking.
Future thinking. Ang problema, mukhang yung mga ilang politiko, pocket thinking. May pambili tayo ng mga luxury jet. May mga panggawa ng basketball court pero walang pampondo ng tablet. In any case, meron pa raw second concern. Kasi alam nyo, kanya kayo na pakiusapang mag-guest USec. Kasi nag-aalala kami, baka dumating tayo sa Oktubre, Nobyembre, ma-discover natin, hindi pala talaga kaya, wala tayong budget. Kasi sabi raw ni USec Annalyn Sibilia, para magkaroon tayo ng 1:1 module to student, kailangan mo ng 35 billion, 15 billion lang yung pondo. Tapos yung second concern ay yung yung mga electronic digital capacity. Baka raw pagdating October 5, kausap ko nga kahapon yung isang tao, sabi ko, baka pagdating October 5 lahat tayo walang signal. Dahil ilang milyon kamo yan? 20 million. Baka pag lahat yan bigla nagbukas ng cellphone, todas na ang agenda, wala na kaming signal.
Ang po natin, Sir Cito, ay hindi naman lahat, o yung isang parang misconception na pag nag-distance learning, lahat naka-online. Ang totoo po niyan, sa learning continuity plan natin, talagang naghahandog tayo ng iba-ibang options consistent with the resources of the families. Ang tingin po namin, siguro at most 25% ang pupunta sa online. So of that 22 million, lang po yan, mga 5. Pero ang sinasabi rin po natin, mag-o-observe ang mga bata ng screen time suggestion. So hindi naman talaga sabay-sabay. Kasi hindi, kung mababa pa yung grade level ay hindi naman pwedeng maghapon silang nakaharap sa kanilang gadget. So ang concern po yatang yan, valid. Although alam ko po na alam nyo na hindi naman dapat kami ang maghanap ng solusyon para maging mabilis yung internet natin o mag-broaden yung Pero mayroon din pong mga technology na isinishare sa amin and we hope to be able to use. Some local governments are also doing it na parang yung parang local area network ang gagamitin, so hindi kailangan makipag-agawan sa internet. Pagkakaalam ko po, kasama ito doon sa isang project na binibigyan din pong priority ng current government, yung invest sa parang public education network. I'm not very sure of the exact term pero kasi hindi po ako yung in charge doon, but I know may mga efforts na po na to come up with parang ways to connect schools in certain areas or offices. Ongoing din po siya, but again, hindi naman siya magagawa immediately in time for October 5. Pero mayroon po tayong mga nakita sa mga dry runs na ganito yung modelong ginamit. Nagdala sila ng parang nag-establish ng local area network at yung mga tao doon ay nakakapag-connect. But I understand, yun na nga po, lahat po tayo may challenge dito at kahit nga minsan sa mga virtual meetings na pinupuntahan natin, nagiging problema yung internet connection or speed. Nga po ito, talagang valid issue na ang sabi nga po natin, hindi naman completely madidiskaril yung ating gagawin kasi may other supporting supplementary learning resource na pwedeng gamitin.
I don't want to be negative or anything, USec, no? But you're dealing with 22 million students. I don't know how many million teachers we have. We're dealing about 1 million. And then we have about 7,000 islands na lang. Sabihin natin, wag na natin bilangin yung 100 islands na kalat-kalat. The possibility, and then such a small budget for such a radical demand and pressure on the Deped, parang the chances of something seriously going wrong is quite high. what if something seriously goes wrong? Meron ba tayong freeze the ball? Meron bang referee na magsasabing, okay, it's not working, this is creating more problems. What are the parameters or guidelines of the Deped in case it doesn't work?
What we're doing now is, una po, we're frequently meeting with our regional directors every week, parang minimum of once a week. So we really get updates as frequently as once a week from the regional offices. I also do consultations. So we've been, ako po kasi as a former regional director, nung naghanda kami sa senior high school implementation in 2016, we were really like imagining the worst case scenarios and we were ready with contingencies. So yung pong thinking na ganito, mas marami naman na po ang ganyan ang orientation sa Deped. Ang pakiramdam ko po, and I'm very proud of this, na yung napakita po sa more than thousands of dry runs na ginawa ng mga school, nakaka-amaze po that they are really very capable of innovating, creating, and being self-reliant. So yung Filipino spirit po, yung resiliency is very strong among our team. So while I understand that dapat po talaga we should always consider the worst cases, ang maganda po pag ganyan yung mindset ay naka-ready tayo psychologically and armed tayo ng mga contingencies.
So last question na lang. So in case of emergency, anong option nyo? Postpone?
Ang sabi sa amin, yun na nga po, we will continue using the barest that we have. Kung ano po yung, kasi po the textbooks are there. Ang gagawin ng teacher ay gawaan sila ng learning activity sheets na map po ito sa most essential learning competencies. At ang sasabay po yung learning plan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po na may guidance ang bata habang nag-home learning. But as I've said, this may not be as effective as the highly organized, self-contained, self-directed learning modules that we have developed.
Okay. Well, at least naliwanagan na yun. Kasi nabasa ko na 15 billion lang ang available. 30-something billion lang kailangan. Sabi ko, nalintikan na. In any case, USec Dads, thank you very much for your time this morning. And please, if you need to announce anything, you need help, please let us know. Kasi kakampi po namin ng Deped. Alam naman namin ginagawa nyo lahat. Magagaling kayong lahat dyan. Pasensya na kayo. Nag-aalala lang ako kasi baka mamaya kamo may nang tsatsani sa inyo dyan eh. Baka sinatsani ng ilang politiko yung pondo nyo. Awayin na natin. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat din po. Marami po kayong na-influence sa mga kasama namin. Unfortunately, yung mga training, hindi na ako napasali doon. But they had good insights learned from you. Yung mga kasama ko sa Region 4A dating mga superintendents na naturuan nyo. They were so inspired.
Okay.
Maraming salamat din po.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat din po, USec San Antonio.